And starting this, no, there is really no shortcut to this. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. This one's an exciting one. It's different. I know a lot of you guys that follow always are asking questions about what is it like running Elwood? What is it like when you started? What was it like before Elwood? And I think in this video, we really want to focus on things that I wish I knew before starting Elwood. If you're just starting, and this will relate to you, or wanting to start and having your ideas, but not knowing how to put it all on the paper and make it into a reality, maybe some of this can help you. These are probably the 10 things I really wish I knew before starting Elwood. But yeah, let's kind of get into it now. Number one, managing your ego. That is probably the biggest thing for me, living in a world of everyone's measuring themselves on their likeness, their revenue, their looks, their engagement, falling into that trap, especially for me before Elwood was big. At the beginning, I wish I could have really understood it's not about any of that. It's truly about what your vision is, and there's no right or wrong. I think it really comes down to you and your vision, and that is going to make the most sense if you can level set your expectations and ego. This is the cards that I was dealt with this exact business. I'm gonna focus on this, and this, no matter what others may see, say, think, do. Probably the first year and a half to 2 years, I really struggled with trying to be what I thought everyone wanted, but ultimately everyone wants the most authentic you. And that kind of segues into number two, being authentic to yourself. You're the one starting the business. You're the one doing it with your team. All your team wants is a clear vision and true confidence of this is what's right to do. And I think that stems down to you being authentic to yourself and to your product, business, brand, whatever it might be. I may start another business one day where it might feel different than Elwood, and it can still be authentic to me, but it's what that business is going to entail, where this is what Elwood entails. Number three, in my business, because I make clothing, build your brand, not just the product. And I think that's more now than ever. I would really focus on building brand as much as possible. The product will always come if you're confident and have the infrastructure to build the type of product that you want. But I think the brand is the focus through the content and the marketing, the vision. I wish I knew that a little bit more, though I knew brand was so important. 5 years down the road, brand is that much more important. I think if I were to do it today now, it would be more focused on the brand, and then the products follow afterwards. Okay, number four, I think is a pretty good one that I have learned year 2, 3, and 4 of this business. You'll redefine the expectation of success. When you're first starting, I think your expectation of success is how big can I get it? That's maybe not in revenue, that's maybe in community or brand or likes or followers or ultimately revenue, right? My expectation of success has changed so much, and I've almost fought back on that at the beginning when I felt my expectation of success changing, of wait, no, that's not what it is, because I started this business only focused on this, and this, where ultimately it just does change. As you evolve as a human, as your team evolves, as your brand evolves, you start realizing even more realistic expectations of success. So you start focusing in on those, which don't ultimately change the highest level of it, which whatever that might be to you as a person. Is that selling your brand? Is that becoming a legacy brand? Is that becoming a household name of a brand, opening up 180 retail stores? But I do think at the beginning that I wish I knew that ultimate goal will stay the same, but there's gonna be all these sub goals and expectations of success. I've learned to use those as like motivation rather than like, oh my God, everything's changing. Is the business not gonna work because I'm not focused on this one thing? I think breaking down that and level setting expectations of success along the way. It's okay if your mind starts going in a different way and you're kind of taking away from, it's not all about revenue. Now it's about like growing the community and how many people you can get to a coffee shop. Though that's not revenue, that is a part of the growth of the brand and the business and success to get to that point. Letting all of that come in with an open mind and not fight against it. Number 5, self-confidence. I wish I had the self-confidence and self-belief that I do now. And obviously that comes with growing a business and accomplishing things, that just builds and builds. If you're starting a business, you have, I would say, more confidence than the majority, because most people won't sit and say, I'm gonna go start and put a vision out into the world just to put yourself out there and be vulnerable. I would say if I could go back, believing in my vision and what I want to do even more than maybe I did, and not having to hit these accomplishments, like getting to X amount in revenue, or getting to X amount on a drop day, or getting to X amount of Shopify orders coming to my phone. I think a lot of my expectations at the beginning were set on financial gains versus self-motivating accomplishments for me internally as a human. Taking the small wins and really focusing on them, that could be like getting a space, or that could be like hiring your first employee. That could be dropping your first style, getting your first development sample in. I feel like I didn't really take all of that in, and I think if I would have at the beginning, my self-confidence would have been a lot more, and self-belief in the business would have been a lot more at the beginning, which would have only helped me in the long run. To harp on self-confidence, no one is gonna care about your business the way in which you care about your business. No one, not your mom, not your dad, not your sister, not your girlfriend, not your fiance, not your friend, nothing. You are going to be the biggest advocate for your life and yourself, no matter what, no matter who you are. It might take you a while to do your first $1 million of business. And if that's your biggest expectation, or if that is what you're looking to go and do, it could take a couple years to get there. Take the little wins at the beginning to help believe in yourself a little bit more. I wish I did a little bit more. Okay, number 6, going into more the actual function and operations of a business. I wish I understood inventory management more than I did at the beginning, and understanding cash flow. Though I'm the creative of my business, I have my business partner that is more focused on the financials and the cash flow and the inventory. It still affects me as the creative of what I can order, how I can order it, why I can order it, why I can't order it. I've learned a lot in these 5 years, but I wish at the beginning I just understood a little bit more of inventory planning and then cash flow, and how inventory can eat cash flow. And there is this very good synergy between cash flow and inventory that you need to kind of get in to maintain your business and continue the growth that you're having and want. In the first 2 to 3 years of this business, I think it would have helped me design certain things and buy certain things differently than I would have. So I would say, even if you're a creative like me. Number 7, and I'm gonna preface this because I love all of my employees and I love every single employee that has worked at Elwood, but I will say, I wish I understood hiring fast but firing faster. Parting ways is a skill, and I think doing it earlier than later, I wish I knew that. Being able to understand what the business needs, and if that person or personnel isn't working in the way that you as the visionary and the owner feel that it should be. As I have noticed growing a business, it's like growing a sports team. Certain players, certain things may not fit the mold of what you are wanting to go and do and build. That would probably be number 7. Number 8, the repetition may feel lonely and you may get bored at times, but that doesn't mean your business is dying. At the beginning, it's the shiny new toy, and there's sales, and there's this. I don't think it's a bad thing to somewhat feel burnt out, even if it is your own business. It's human behavior when you do something over and over and over again to feel this type of way. I think it's your job to get inspired in other ways, hire other people to help inspire you in other ways. If you feel these things, I thought, oh gosh, my business is so stagnant, it's not working. That is an okay feeling to have. It's the way in which you react to that feeling. I think number 9 is the power of saying no. This is one that I've been good at that I think has helped. Even up into 5 years, we've barely had one collaboration. Not because I don't want to, I just want it to be perfect. There has been a lot that has been thrown at us that we could go and do just for like a revenue standpoint. I do think those starting end up saying yes to certain things. If that is an order from a retailer that you don't even understand how retail is, you don't understand financing, you don't understand that if it doesn't sell, they will make you buy it back from them or not buy from you again, and you have built a team and a logistics logistic system around them. At the beginning, saying no holds so much weight and power. This doesn't feel right, I'm gonna say no and focus on what does feel right. If you can get into that repetition, you'll keep just going down that path of what feels right, especially if you've got a hot brand or someone wants a part of it, taking it slow and saying no, and then saying yes when you feel that it's right to say yes. And you'll only learn by trial and error, but I think that's an important one. I think number 10 is the most cliche one out of it all, but is so the truth. No shortcuts. Truly, there's not. Yes, you may get lucky with a drop. You may get lucky with someone wearing it. You may get lucky with sales. You may get lucky with an ad that works. It's not luck. It's you working your ass off to be able to put your team and your brand and yourself in that moment in time to create whatever worked. This whole shortcut to get rich, there's just no shortcut to that. These brands that explode overnight in 2, 3, 4 years, it's still so much hard work that goes into that. As an outsider, we may see, oh, well, they're fucking killing it. There's so much more behind the scenes of this is why, and that is something that I truly have seen with growing Elwood to where it's at and growing this Walmart business and being a part of other businesses. There's so much behind the scenes that us as consumers looking at the brand don't see at all. When starting this, no, there is really no shortcut to this. This is blood, sweat, and tears. And when businessmen say this to you and athletes and successful people, they're not lying. There really is no shortcut to it. So those are my 10 things that I wish I knew. I hope this helps and makes sense to some of y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments of what I didn't answer, if there are more, and we can do a part 2 to this. But all in all, believe in yourself, believe in your vision, don't stop, keep going. It'll work in whatever way it's supposed to work. I'm a firm believer in that. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.